Hello, my dear subscriber. I'm Dave here, and I know that I've been pausing my video making for a very long time. I think my last video about hi-fi was last year October. Alright, so today I'm going to do a video about this new amp. This is a 2-channel integrated amp. It's from Roksan from England. This amp is made in England and the model is K3. Okay, and it has a pretty nice remote control here. Okay, but before I talk about this amp, I think I need to give you an update about myself. Why the long pause making video about hi-fi? Okay, somewhere last October, I started a new job, and the job was the role of the new job was to take care of COVID-19 positive individuals. Okay. Particularly the foreign worker in Singapore, the migrant workers in Singapore. Alright, in Singapore we have a huge number of foreign workers coming here to serve in various roles, right? Okay, in different industry. And my job there was to take care of their lodging and their daily food, their daily needs, right? Okay, and also to monitor their health, and in case they need to see a doctor, we need to arrange for a doctor to look at them. Alright, and eventually I caught the virus myself. Okay, because the job is a 12-hour shift, and I find myself quite drained. Okay, although the work isn't really that tough, but because of the hours, it's quite draining, and I can't really focus on making come up with content, right, to make things about hi-fi. You may see some of my videos on bicycle ride, because I think I really need to take a break from all this, right, work, and basically taking a break from staying indoor, right? So I bought a bicycle and then start going outdoor, and that helps me a lot, right, during the time. So now coming back to this amplifier. So why do I decided to buy a integrated 2-channel integrated amplifier just for music listening? I believe most of my subscribers subscribed to my channel because of this the Yamaha video, the RX-A2A. The RX-A2A is a fantastic AV receiver for home theater, but when it comes to music listening, I feel that it's still not quite there yet. To give you a comparison, right, a perspective, right, before the A2A, I had used to have this Marantz entry-level integrated amplifier called the PM6006, and the A2A is about, in terms of 2-channel listening, is about 60% performance of the Marantz, right? Okay, so I decided to get a separate amp for listening to music. Some of the criteria for choosing an amp is very important, is to have this AV bypass, or some model they call it the home theater bypass. For musical fidelity they call it the HT bypass, home theater bypass. And there are some models, some company they call it the main in. So from the AV receiver pre-out, you go to the home theater bypass of this integrated amp, and from then on, whenever you watch a movie, right, through this amp, through the home theater amplifier, the AV receiver to this amp, the front left and right channel load, right, will be offloaded to this integrated amp. And of course you need to turn on both amplifier, the AV receiver and this amp, to listen to the movie, to watch a movie. Of course, when the signal for the front and left, that's now that you routed to this integrated amp, you need to do you need to redo the calibration for the Yamaha using the Yamaha mic, right, the Wipeout, because now the sonic signature will be slightly different coming out from this AV amp. Okay, so from my research selecting amp, I find to my surprise, actually there are not many amp that has this home theater bypass features. Okay, some of the amp that I wanted to have to buy, but they don't have this, so no choice, I don't give it up. Okay, for this amp, I think it's 220 watt in 4 ohms and about 120 watts in 8 ohms. Okay, so it's pretty high, and although this amp is very slim, but it's very heavy. It's almost the weight of the Yamaha, because it has a very big transformer around here, and then a couple of capacitor. So now I'm going to talk about how it sounds. I think everyone is very curious about how it sounds. I'm not talking about the Yamaha sound through this amplifier. I'm talking about standalone, how it performs. You realize that there are no tone control and there are no balance control, right? Okay, this is what I call the purist amp. For purist amp, they are very dependent on the kind of recording that you fit into this amp. Okay, let me explain a little bit more. Imagine, let's say you have a CD. You play a CD from the CD player to this amp. Let's say the recording is not good. It will not sound, even though it's from a CD, it will not sound as good as the music you fit from the Bluetooth. This has a Bluetooth FX function. Okay, it will not. The CD will not sound better than the Bluetooth signal coming to this amp, given that the song from the Bluetooth that's of a good recording quality. Okay, that's what I discovered. So the recording quality is very important, and since there's no tone control, there's no balance, right? If you would like to have more sparkle in the top end, you know, and you want to have more bass, right, you can't, because what you fit in is what you get. This is a purist amp. And then it comes to the source, the CD player. The CD player, I think if you can spend something about, let's say, $500 on a purist CD player, just play CD, right? Okay, that'll be good enough for this amp. For me, I have sold my CD player, and I intend to get a Marantz DVD and SA CD player. So I will see how it goes, right? Okay, and the sound signature. Okay, you won't get that kind of entry level amp sparkle. Okay, for most of the entry level, their voicing strategy is the top end is there's sparkle in the top end, and then you get very heavy bass. So it's a bit like a V curve, especially for the Yamaha, the Marantz amp I mentioned. Okay, the voicing, there's a strategy for different market price range, right? Because your voicing have to take into the marketing strategy, and you need to understand the end user for buying different level of product. For the budget amp, usually people will just want to buy the amp and then fit the source, right? And whatever music they go in, right, the end user will not want to mingle so much and spend so much money, you know, to trick with the cable, you know. For example, they just want to have good sound. So even if you have a mediocre recording, it will still sound very good. If it doesn't have the kind of high frequency extension, you simply go to the treble control, right? You just increase the treble, so you get more sparkle, and it sound, you'll give you an impression that it's very clear, very high resolution. Okay, but for this, you need to have a good recording, the CD, good CD, into a good CD player or a SACD player, and then you need to have a good cable. Okay, the RCA cable to connect to this, so that every chain, every level, right, of a component, right, you can't really skip on, you can't really save the money. Okay, maybe you don't need to buy the top of the line, but you need to have something. For example, the RCA cable from the CD player to this amp, you need something maybe cost about, I'm talking about Singapore dollar, maybe 100 to 150 at least there, right, the budget. Then you do just this to this amp. If you are going to save, you know, on the source, right, then there's no point getting this amp. This is cost $2,300 in Singapore dollar. So in US dollar, about maybe 1,800, 1,900. There's no point getting this kind of amp. You'll be better off getting the entry level, like the Marantz 606, or the current version is the 6007. When I own the amp, for about a year. I can tell you, fantastic sounding. Okay, whether it's in YouTube music, or CD recording from those oldies like 60s or 50s, right? Because during the 60s and 50s, their recording studio is not so advanced. So even that kind of music sound very, very fantastic. Okay, the extension, the 3D soundstage, right? Fantastic. Okay, for this, if you fit it with the right source and high quality recording, then you'll get that. Before I venture into this level of amplifier, I have heard, read from magazine and also watched other reviewer, you know, about people listening to some vocal, some recording, and then they have goosebumps. You know, the hair on their hand actually stands. To me, that's a legend, it's a myth. I never really have this kind of feeling, but with this amp, I did felt that. Okay, and I was only playing a song, this audio file song from my Bluetooth from my phone to this. It's an FX, okay, Bluetooth. The female vocal, wow, it's like someone actually came through my main door. I know it sounds a bit spooky, right? Came through my main door and then stand right in front of me, like maybe 1.5 meters away, and start singing. That's the kind of realism, okay, this kind of amp can produce. And maybe I will say that the superior point, the strong point of this amp is the vocal. Okay, I haven't really listened to the male vocals yet. Usually I listen to the female vocal. I think I'll give you a bit of demo right at the end of this video. I hope that YouTube won't mute it, right? Okay, so if you step up from the budget amp to this mid-tier amp, I think there's a lot of new discovery, and you're achieving a new frontier. I have actually ordered a new pair of speaker, pair of bookshelf speaker. Alright, it will take about 6 months to reach me. That's what the dealer told me, right? Okay, the dealer is in Singapore, but I say that it will take about 6 months. So 3 months has passed. I'm hoping that by June, right, they will arrive. When they arrive, I'll let you know what speaker is that. Okay, it's a pretty popular speaker, very good looking speaker. The reason why I want to change speaker, because I have the quad for many years. Okay, I think it's time to change. Just like why I get this amp, because it's also because it's a new season for me. They mentioned that my job as the COVID-19 caretaker, right, we call it operation executive, right, has ended, right, and I do not wish to continue to work in this line. Not that I'm afraid. In fact, the reason why I went to this line, because I felt a burden for the foreign worker in Singapore, the migrant worker who have left their family so many thousands of miles from home, right? Okay, I felt a burden for them. So I stopped that job. To me, it's a new season that started for me, and so new season go to this integrated amp. So in the next few days, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy amp. Pre-out from the Yamaha to this amp, and then I will see what kind of sound quality elevation I'll get when they share the burden of the load burden. Okay, so for now, I want to thank, before I stop this video, I want to thank my subscriber, right, especially Budget Audiophile. Alright, thank you for keep checking back, and thank you for being so patient with me. Okay guys, thank you very much. And then the other thing, I'm sorry to take out another 1 or 2 minutes of your time. If you want to go now, you can go now. The other thing is, I really feel very sad, very sad with what's going on in Ukraine right now. Especially so, why? Especially so, I discovered that from a lot of YouTube video about Yamaha amplifier, right? When I look at the comments, I discovered that there's a lot of Yamaha amplifier owner from Ukraine. Okay, so can you imagine that us, right? I mean, our community, audiophile community, whether you are into music listening or into home theater, right? I believe some of us in one time or another in our life, we always been thinking how to improve the sound, how to improve the room acoustic, right? So you think about putting some acoustic panel, putting a rug or carpet on the floor. shifting your speaker away from the wall. I believe they do that in their home, those Ukraine audiophile or fellow brethren in Ukraine. But you're thinking about all this treatment, but the next minute, the next week, the next month, there's a huge hole on the wall. The hole is so big that a mini car can drive through. That's because of those missiles from the other side. Alright, firing at a civilian residential area. That is very sad. Okay, but very importantly, I think we shouldn't fall into the hate trap. I believe those young soldiers sent by their government, they do not want to fight too. They got no choice, right? So this is life. Now I'm going to end this video now. So I think more important than our hi-fi gear, more important than our music, I think love is the very important thing, right? Whether you're from the east or the west, Chinese or you're Caucasian, right? Black skin or yellow skin like me. I think love is the most important. Without love, everything is tasteless, even if you have the best hi-fi gear. Okay, so before I go, I just want to wish everybody well, and do check back. I'm going to make more videos now that I have stopped work. Okay, I'm going to give myself 1 or 2 months break to actually restore my health. Okay, because 12 hours night shift is no joke. Okay, I'm going to make some video about this more video about Yamaha and this amp, and then about music. Okay, so I see you, and thank you for your continued support. Right, God bless.
月亮在我窗前荡漾，透进了爱的光芒。我低头静静地想一想，猜不透你心肠。好像今晚月亮一样，忽明忽暗又忽亮到底是爱还是心慌月光。
8月15月儿明呀，爷爷为我打月饼呀，月饼。